welcome back to Learn Golf with Cassie. Today we're doing the Sun City competition vlog. This is my third competition and I'm going to video them so that you can walk through them with me, and I'll tell you about some of the shots and how I played. So I'm in the locker room of Sun City right now, about to tee off in about 20 minutes. Just got here, about to go and do something. Right now we're going towards the thing. Some kids over there putting. Very beautiful day. So we just did some putting. I just got warmed up and everything. This is my group right here. We're gonna tee off on the 10th hole. Here we are at the 10th hole, getting all the scorecards and getting ready to tee off. So this is the first shot of the day of the competition. I was very nervous, obviously. The drive goes over the water, but unfortunately drifts to the right into the trees where there's difficult rough, so it took me 4 to get out of the rough, and I scored an 8 on the 10th hole. Now this is the 11th hole, which was my second hole. That's after the straight hybrid down the middle. It's a very narrow hole, so I had to avoid all the OBs down the middle, and then a shot just to the right of the green, so I needed to chip on to the green. Here I had about 30 yards, but I duffed it and didn't get on, so that's obviously a disappointing result. But this next chip got really close and should have been a tap-in. However, as you can see, I miss it as well, so I walk off with a 6, and it's safe to say I could have saved at least 2 shots on that. So just a rough start. This next par 3 I took a pitching wedge, but had a shank to the right of the green, but it was approximately the correct length because I was flag high, but just next to the rough, or in the rough, which actually today were really hard to get out of because it's very thick. It's like cabbage in the rough. So as you can see, because I had the difficult lie, I just had a low one, a skinny shot to the back of the green. Still got quite a putt left. At this point I wasn't yet familiar with the speed of the greens because on Friday when we played they were really slow, but apparently they'd cut the grass since then, so you can see my putt was a little bit past. So I still had the uphill putt that I missed, so I walked off the par 3 with a 5, a double bogey and a 3 putt. On this next hole I have a good drive into the middle of the fairway. This next 8 or 9 iron was another shank, which I had done on the second hole as well, so I was next to the bunker, still about maybe 80 yards away from the hole. I managed to get that next one on, but I still had a bit of a putt left to go. With another disappointing 3 putt, I walk off this hole with a double bogey as well. This next par 3, I hit an 8 iron with truly beautiful contact. It was an amazing shot into the middle of the green and had about a 9-foot putt left, and I 2-putted it, so that was my first par 3 of the day. So I'm on the par 5 on the second 9, which is the first 9. I think this is like the 6th or 7th hole, and it's really pretty. But I'm not getting any pars this round, except on the par 3s. I'm really just fighting for the bogeys and just getting a lot of doubles. Okay, so it's bright and early Tuesday morning, second day of the competition. Just about to go and do some putting. It feels like there's less people here today, but maybe it's just because it's early. So on the first day I had 50 on the front 9, 50 on the back 9, which was 100. Obviously not as good as we were expecting or hoping for, but I had 37 putts, so that was less consistent than normal as well. But on this second day we were just hoping for more straight drives because a lot of them were sliding right, and which was giving me a lot of trouble on the first day. So this hole I had a drive to the left rough instead of the right, and I walked off with a 7, which was exactly the same as the first day. So we're back on the 10th hole again, and I had a pretty rough start to the front 9. I had a 7, an 8, and then 3 good holes, and then another 8 on the par 5, which gave me 52 shots on the first 9 with 18 putts. This drive I managed to get straight down the middle, which was a good change in pace, and then I got on the green in 2 and I had a 3 putt because I had a very difficult uphill putt, and because I got on in 2, which was actually quite nice because I had a nice tempo and was just starting to hit it better at this point. Now we're on the 11th hole. I took the hybrid again because it's a very narrow hole, and that went left but not quite into the water on the left, so I was in the trees. I needed to chip out with a pitching wedge, which went into the fairway, which was good. This was a very difficult hole. There's OB all along the right, and it's the second most difficult hole on the course. So here I am chipping out to the left with my pitching wedge into the fairway, which was good. However, I tried to take a 7-iron punch, but that went straight into the water on the left again, so I had to take a drop. So that's 1, chip out 2, 7-iron 3, 4 drop, 5 to the back of the green, or to flag high, and I needed to chip on really close, as you can see here, for 6. It was actually a putt from off the edge of the green, and I managed to get it within a tap-in for a 7, so I managed to save myself from a double par, but ended up with a triple bogey. So now here we are on the par 3 12th that I had a double bogey on the first day, and I take the same shot but hit it with a little bit of a thick, heavy contact, so it comes short of the green by about 30 yards, and I take a sand wedge and just chip onto the green. Now I've still got about maybe a 10-foot putt, and it's really quite a swinging putt, so the line was really important and the pace, and I just hit it. It just went to the right because of the angle of the green, and so from there I just had another tap in for a 4 on this par 3. On this hole I hit a nice drive again into the middle of the fairway, not a problem. Then I had a shot where it was 120 uphill, and I hit a 8-iron right over the back by about 10 yards. So this is where we need to start working on some gapping, because if I do strike the ball so amazingly like I did so many times on this day, then because of this I have to chip on and then 2-putt and walk off with a 5 again. And on the next par 3, I hit another beautiful 8-iron right over the back, chip on and then 2-putt for a bogey. These are the results from the first day. I had 6 double bogeys, which is why I felt like I couldn't make a single bogey. Quite a few bogeys as well, which is why I felt like I wasn't holing any of the pars, and 3 pars, a few triples, and yeah, so we can use this and compare that to the next day and see where the scores were coming from. And so yeah, these are the results from day 2. I had 10 bogeys and only 1 double bogey, I think, which was on the 9th, which was obviously an improvement from day 1 where I got a triple there. So, but I had less pars. I only had 1 on the par 3 and 1 on the 17th par 4, where I hit a good drive and then a 7-iron into the green and then a 2-putt, which was really what my game should be at right now, just solidly getting it there. But as you can see, I had 33 putts, which was a massive improvement really, where I had 37 on day 1 and 100. I definitely had a rockier beginning with a 7 and then an 8 and then another 8. So I had 3 8s on this round and only 2 8s on the first round. So that's kind of where the differences came, and that's why, even though I played really quite quite a lot better on the second day. With those 8s and those 2 7s, I managed to get exactly the same score. So it proves that you can really play different golf and feel like you've done much better but still have the same scores because you've had a few tough holes, and that's just what golf is about, I think, and there's not much you can do except try your best and really focus on each shot, and that's what I tried to do on the second day. So thank you for watching this video, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a very good learning experience, as I always do with these competitions. It's much more difficult making your own decisions on the course. It's much easier being on course with Coach Dad, obviously less pressure, and he can also help me read the course, and it's just a good experience to practice with children of my age, you know, people who can relate to what I'm doing or I can relate to them. And yeah, and despite this disappointing result, it was no better or no worse than last time, and obviously it takes a couple of tries to get it right, you know. So as long as I think I'm playing some good shots, obviously some disappointing holes, but there's nothing you can do except concentrate on the next shot or concentrate on the next round. So thank you for watching. Click the thumbs up button and subscribe. Bye!